Beginning, the tent in the deserted world. Captain Adrian Cole woke to the faint rustle of alien fabrics brushing against his arm. For a moment, the memories of the past night were foggy. The crash landing, the strange desert planet, the glow of bioluminescent flora. Then it hit him. He was not in his own ship. The air was thick and warm, scented with unfamiliar herbs and metallic undertones. He turned his head slowly. There, sitting cross-legged near the entrance of the tent, was her, the alien woman who had rescued him hours before, if not longer. Her skin shimmered faintly in the ambient light, and her eyes, golden, radiant, and alive, locked onto his. "You're awake," she said softly, a playful smile dancing on her lips. Adrian froze. I was just resting," he muttered, still disoriented. Her gaze sharpened slightly. "Resting, or talking about me?" He blinked. "Talking about you." She laughed lightly, a sound unlike any human laughter, melodic yet teasing. "Yes," she said, leaning back slightly. "You were talking about me in your sleep. Quite animatedly, I might add." Adrian's face heated. He struggled for words, the embarrassment threatening to overwhelm him. I didn't realize." "You said a lot," she teased, her voice laced with amusement. "About what you thought of me, what you'd do if circumstances were different." He groaned. "I can't believe this. I didn't think anyone could hear me." Her smile widened, just enough to reveal sharp, delicate teeth. "I can," she said. "And now I know exactly what you're thinking." Adrian swallowed hard. There was a strange mix of fear, intrigue, and something he hadn't anticipated, excitement. Confessions in the desert night. The planet they had crashed on was uncharted by human records, a harsh desert world dotted with strange crystalline formations and towering metallic flora that hummed faintly in the night. Adrian had been injured in the crash, and she, the mysterious alien woman named Scifistory, had not only saved him but had carried him to her temporary shelter, her tent, constructed with advanced alien technology. Hours passed as he lay recovering. The tent's interior was warm, glowing softly with bioluminescent panels that reacted to their presence. Scifistory had moved silently, attending to small rituals of alien hospitality, handing him water, adjusting the temperature, and occasionally glancing at him with that piercing, unreadable expression. Adrian couldn't help himself. He began teasing, nervously trying to recover from the humiliation of his sleep talk. "So, does this happen often? Do you eavesdrop on all the humans you save?" Scifistory tilted her head. "Not all humans. Only those who are intriguing." He laughed awkwardly. "And I suppose I qualify." Her eyes glimmered. "You're more entertaining than most. You speak without realizing the truth of your own thoughts." Adrian raised a brow. "Is that a good thing or a bad thing?" "It depends on the listener," she replied cryptically. "And on the intention behind your words." He shifted uncomfortably. "Well, if intention counts, then I guess my sleep had honest intentions. Maybe too honest." She leaned closer, her aura glowing slightly brighter. "Honest?" she asked, a soft edge of curiosity in her voice. "Tell me, human, what truths did your sleep reveal?" Adrian hesitated. Each word carried weight, not just for him, but potentially for the fragile trust forming between them. Finally he spoke cautiously. "I think about you. I think about who you are, about how you saved me, about your strength, and—" Her golden eyes widened slightly, though her smile remained playful. And I imagined a life where we weren't enemies, weren't strangers, where I could be near you without fear." Surit was silent for a long moment. Then she chuckled softly, leaning back slightly, her expression unreadable. "Bold words spoken while asleep," she said. "I wonder what you would say if you were awake." Adrian swallowed, heart pounding. "I don't know if I dare." "You already did," she said, a spark of amusement in her tone. "And now I know more than I probably should." The conflict, shadows of their worlds. Just as Adrian began to relax, the ground trembled faintly beneath the crystalline formations. The sound of distant engines reached their ears, reconnaissance drones from the Terran fleet, searching for him, tracking the crash coordinates. Adrian froze. "They've found us. We need to move." Surit's demeanor shifted instantly from playful to resolute. "You cannot fight them alone. But I will not let you fall into their hands." "Then what do we do?" Adrian asked, urgency in his voice. She rose gracefully, her bioluminescent aura intensifying, and placed her hand on the tent wall. The crystalline panels pulsed in response, spreading light like ripples in water. "We leave. And you must trust me completely." Adrian hesitated, torn between fear and fascination. "Trust you? After everything?" "After everything human," she said firmly, her eyes locking on his. "Or die alone in this desert." Her confidence left no room for argument. Adrian nodded. Together, they moved out of the tent into the strange desert night, shadows stretching long beneath the glowing flora. She guided him silently, her senses alert, detecting danger long before he could. A squad of Terran drones appeared on the horizon, scanning for life signatures. Adrian's heart raced. He had no weapons, no shields, only his wits and Soraya's unexpected abilities. "Step back," she whispered, "and do not speak." Her body glowed brighter, light pulsing rhythmically. The drones faltered, scanning erratically, unable to decipher the strange energy radiating from her. Adrian watched in awe as she raised her hand. The light flowed outward, bending the drone's sensors and rendering them inert. When the threat passed, she turned to him, sweat glistening on her brow despite her composure. "Do you understand why I saved you?" she asked softly. I'm starting to," Adrian said, still catching his breath. "You're not just powerful, you're different. Protective, maybe even personal." Her eyes met his with that same teasing glint. "Personal? Are you suggesting I might have an interest, beyond the obvious?" Adrian laughed nervously. "I'm not sure if I should answer." She smiled knowingly. "You do not have to. I heard enough in your sleep." Ending bonds beyond worlds. The night stretched on as they traveled across the desert, finally reaching a hidden Lyrian craft capable of interstellar travel. The hum of the ship activated as Saraj interfaced with the controls, her fingers dancing across the luminous panels. Adrian watched silently, awe and nervous excitement swirling within him. "I have to ask," he said cautiously. "After everything, do you think what we experienced, what you know, can ever be normal?" She paused, considering him. Then she smiled, a mixture of amusement, warmth, and something else he couldn't name. "Normal, human. Perhaps not. But it is real. And reality is far more valuable than pretense." Adrian took a deep breath. Then, "I guess we'll make it work, won't we?" She tilted her head, her glow softening, and reached for his hand. "We will. But only if you are honest, awake or asleep."